Continuation of reading the book The Living Name, Chapter 5, titled Receiving the Divine Gift of Premadhana. In the Sri Shishtaka Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prays to receive the gift of love, Premadhana. Nayanagalada Ashrudhaya Vadanam Gadgada Hridayagura Pulakayavichitam Babuhu Kada Tavanamagrahini Vaishyati. My dear Lord, when will my eyes be beautified by filling with tears that constantly glide down as I chant your holy name? When will my voice flatter and all the hairs on my body stand erect in transcendental happiness as I chant your holy name? Sri Shikshastaka, verse 6. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami reveals the thoughts and emotions of the Lord as he entered deeper and deeper into the heart of Srimati Radharani, continuing to speak in her mode. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Without love of Godhead, my life is useless. Therefore, I pray that you accept me as your servant and give me the salary of ecstatic love of God." Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's separation from Krishna awakened mellows of distress, lamentation, and humility, and thus he began to speak like a crazed person. My Lord Govinda, because of separation from you, I experience every moment as a millennium. In my agitation, the day never ends. Pouring excessive tears, my eyes are like clouds in the rainy season. The three worlds have become void, and I feel as if I'm burning alive in the slow fire of your separation. Lord Krishna, you have become indifferent to me. Just to test my love, my friend says, better you disregard him. What is expressed may sound like tragic love to our ears, but it is the highest summit of spiritual bliss. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu echoes Srimati Radharani's moods and feels when she manifested characteristics of pure love, ecstatic symptoms of envy, great eagerness, humility, zeal, and supplication all became visible in her. Her mind agitated. She had spoken. Can you scroll down, Prabhuji?
Mother, closer to the mic a little bit. I think it's not fully clear sometimes.
To her Gopi friends with a heart changed with the highest spiritual emotions, in the same spirit of ecstasy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited his verses. As soon as he did, he felt just like Srimati Radharani. God has a treasure house. In it are treasures that supersede value of the greatest treasures of the kings and emperors of this world. Of all God's treasures, the holy names are the most precious because they bestow that unattainable wealth of prema. From where can be obtained divine love? Without love of Godhead, life is simply a waste of time. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says bluntly, Kirtana of the holy name is a gift of love, beginning with affectionate feelings for Krishna. In the Sri Harinam Chintamani, Sri Haridas Thakur says, by following this direct path of chanting the holy name, the conditioned soul attains a great treasure of love for Lord Krishna. From where can we obtain this gift of the holy name, which unwrapped is pure love for Godhead? Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur advises that just as a hungry beggar goes to rich householders to beg for food, a devotee should beg for mercy from other devotees who can lovingly glorify Krishna in Kirtana. Please note that attachment does not reside in the object of attachment, but in the heart of one who is attached. If we seek attachment to Krishna, we do not look to Krishna, but to the person who possesses attachment to him. We jivas are on the border between the spiritual and material worlds, and if we desire to enter the spiritual world, it is possible only by divine investment from those who already have such divine attachment. Patanjali concurs that certain qualities can be obtained from those who have already developed them. For example, one can control his thoughts by fixing his mind on someone else who has transcended human passions and attachments and is thus self-controlled. The principle works also with respect to material attachment. When we hear the songs of materialists, see their movies, and visit their gatherings, we become affected by their culture. Attachment to the opposite sex easily develops if one associates with people who are deeply focused on romantic relationships. Thus, association with the person attached to Lord in the beginning more desirable than even association with the Lord himself. If you are not attached to the Lord, you wouldn't recognize him even if he was standing before you. This is precisely what happened when Krishna was present on the planet. Only his devotees recognized him as the supreme personality of Godhead. If our hearts are not so pure, but we have good connections to wonderful devotees, we will still be moved to develop feelings similar to theirs. Gradually, we will begin to long for the day when we are able to follow their example of giving up our attachments to the world and exclusively seeking the unlimited happiness of pure love of Godhead. Without the association of advanced devotees and hearing from them about Krishna and his pastimes, the various illusions that pain the heart of the inquisitive devotee will not leave him. He will fail to achieve love of Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote about this beautifully. My dear Lord, I want to associate with the devotees because when they talk about you, the love which they have in the core of their hearts comes out through their mouths. I seek the blessing to have millions of ears in the presence of millions of your devotees so that I may simply listen to them and invite their love. This is an amazing prayer. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur does not want to miss the nectar from even one of Krishna's devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami refers to the Hari Bhakti Shuddhodaya to illustrate the same point with the example of a crystal which invokes the color of any object next to it. When one puts a red hibiscus flower near the crystal turns red, and so on. Similarly, we will see the attachments and feelings of which we associate with appear in our hearts, as both their good qualities and flaws are transmitted to us. So I'll stop here for today's reading. So in the first part of the reading today, what we have, the starting page of this in scroll up. So it talks about the mood of Srimad of Gauranga Mahaprabhu expressing the mood of Srimati Radharani as he goes deeper and deeper. Um, he is not able to sustain the separation from Srimati Radharani, and his behavior goes very crazier way. Although it sounds to be for us like a crazy person, but it is only people who can understand who are into that bhava mode. However, so although God has a lot of treasures and he maintains a treasure which can supersede the treasure of the entire universe, the one of the most treacherous of all he has is his holy name. So that is the reason why the sages and the saints keep us to take the shelter of the holy name. And the holy name, what is that the holy name does to us is it is the only way that we can derive the prema bhakti, that is the love of God. So one should take the shelter of holy name. the How one can derive this divine love by associating with the great devotees. It's also said that even by approaching directly to God doesn't help us. So it's the only way only can achieve peace through the devotees, taking the shelter of devotees. Very nicely first explained like how this attachment helps us. The attachment lies within the core heart of a person, not onto the object. So when we associate with the devotees who have a greatest attachment to the Lord and who are always engaged in glorifying the Lord, either through kirtana or either through preaches, so one may imbibe those feelings and attachments from the pure devotee coming from the core of their heart. And a beautiful prayer, the way how Vishwanath Chakraborty Thakur felt when he feels that like a moment is a very a waste of time when he doesn't engage himself in hearing the glories and hearing the pastimes of the Lord from the devotees. So I stop here for today's reading.